Unser Jr. was looking at a second DWI conviction, an aggravated DWI at that, after he was caught drag racing on Paseo and blew twice the legal limit. But today, he walked out of court with the plea deal. The DA's office is putting the blame on a mysterious deputy. Here's News 13's Alex Goldsmith.
Jessica, prosecutors say they gave Unser the deal because they were afraid the deputy wouldn't show up to testify because he was no longer with the department. But there's a lot more to it than that. He's used to speeding down the racetrack with reckless abandon. But in September, two-time Indy 500 champ Unser Jr. was caught racing on Paseo.
He was going pretty fast there. You decided you wanted to race him?
Yes, he was faster than I was, and you caught the slower man.
He blew a .16, twice the legal limit, enough for an aggravated DWI charge less than 5 years after he was convicted of DWI in Nevada.
Were you confident in the case, though?
Yes.
But Unser got a deal a day before his trial. He pled guilty to a regular first-time DWI and walked. That meant instead of spending at least 8 days in jail for an aggravated second DWI, Unser was home free.
In this particular case, Mr. Unser was treated no differently than anyone else.
The DA's office says it gave Unser a deal because the arresting deputy, Michael Lendino, was no longer with the department and they were afraid he wouldn't show up to testify.
We had a difficult time trying to locate him once we had a definite trial setting in this matter.
But BCSO says Lendino knew he was supposed to take the stand. We wanted to know what no longer with the department meant. At first, the sheriff's department wouldn't tell us if Lendino had been fired. Then they finally told us this.
Deputy Lendino was terminated from BCSO, and that termination is pending appeal.
What were the circumstances around that termination?
It's a pending personnel matter, so I can't comment on the specifics.
We learned from a source Lendino was fired, in part, for hitting on women he'd pulled over. Now, we also asked prosecutors if they were worried that even if Lendino did testify, that his credibility would be in question. They wouldn't say. Back to you.
Okay, Alex, we tried to reach Unser's attorney, Sam Bregman, to comment on that, but he did not return our calls. Prosecutors also say they gave Unser the plea deal and just probation because he went to rehab and he's going to AA.